guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all okay, staying inside, staying safe during this pandemic. I am sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while because as a university student still, I've still got my course to do. I've got deadlines approaching, but hopefully they should be finished in the next 2-3 weeks, and then from there I'll have all the time to create illustrations and stuff. But in this meantime, I am still running my sticker shop, which will be on screen now, the link to my Etsy shop, where I've got my Animal Crossing stickers, my gem stickers, and much more. But yes, let's get into the video. So as you can see, I've got the Parblo Mast 10, which is a screen display budget tablet, which you might have said a couple of years ago, going around the whole YouTube community. I am quite late to this, but better late than never, I guess. It was on sale and I thought, why not buy it? Because I have been wanting to get a screen display tablet. I do go into details in this video about the pros and cons, so you will find out more about that later in this video. However, as you can see by the timestamp of this video, it's actually pretty long, so in some places there'll just be music and whatever, and feel free to skip to speaking parts if you just want to know about the tablet. If not, sit back, just draw with me, just listen to music and watch this illustration go on. If you don't know what illustration I'll be working on today, is the 6FanArtChallenge, which you can see the final result on my Instagram, or if you're impatient to look to the end, is where you ask your following social media, whatever, to pick 6 characters that you do fan arts of. Simple as. It's such a fun challenge, it just really creates a nice break from doing uni work, backgrounds, whatever. Plus you don't have to think that hard because the character's already been made, you just draw it in your own style. And I loved this so much, so I might do it again, or I may do more draw this in your styles. Who knows, it's up to you. So yes, as I said, there'll be breaks in this video, and if you just want to skip ahead, that's fine. I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoy watching this process, and if you're like me who really likes to watch unboxings, I hope I've done you justice. Okay, so out of the box there's not much besides the tablet, a protective case, a drawing glove, pen and pen stand, and 2 cables. What you should know about the cables is that the inputs are not regular size USBs or HDMIs, so if these get damaged, I'm not sure we can buy replacements. I was also finding out that the tablet did not have a kickstand or anything to help prop it up, so I also had to buy an additional stand for this. So, something I did in this video which I don't often do is show my inking process because that does take a while, but I thought it was very suitable for this video because I'm reviewing the tablet and I said one of the best parts for me was using the inking in Photoshop on it. It just felt so natural with it, so I thought why not include it, and if you guys enjoy stuff like this I will definitely do more, especially the side angle because I like how this looks. It shows a different side of a top down or screen, but if you don't like it just tell me, I won't do it again. So, if you don't know who this character is right now, it's Cora who's on screen. I do her, I draw Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, I draw Hermione from Harry Potter, Zelda with short hair from the Breath of the Wild sequel trailer, Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy. I may do this challenge again with more villainous characters or male characters, so let me know in the comments down below if you do enjoy that. But I'm going to go back to music now because there's so much to go through and I just want this to be relaxing for you guys. colouring on this was definitely different to what I'm used to. So in the past couple of months, I've been using my iPad a lot recently with Procreate, and my go-to colouring process is using the blender tool to create smooth gradients, etc. But in Photoshop you can't do that as well as cleanly, so I had to go back to cell shading colouring. I cannot pronounce that correctly, but it was definitely something I had to get back used to doing. This is what I used to do in my early digital art days. Well, it's just quite nice. It's just like colouring in a colouring book. So I may do more of this stuff, especially if I do more digital Photoshop illustrations, if you want to see more of that. There's definitely some characters I believe who came out better than others, but it's just all a fun learning process, so I hope you enjoy this colouring process. It is quite simple. I didn't use any fancy brushes, I didn't use any fancy gradients, it's just more picking the colour from the illustration, applying it to my line art. Simple as. If you want a more in-depth Photoshop tutorial of how to do colouring, or even Photoshop digital art tutorial, or a Procreate digital art tutorial, please let me know, because that is stuff I love to do. So, who is this tablet for? Well, I think this tablet is for anyone, but more specifically for students and hobbyists. So if you're a professional wanting the best quality, then this is not for you. However, if you're an average artist, then this is more than enough. I think this is great for students. It's very affordable and very portable, and it's just as light as a regular drawing tablet. I think the first big positive of this is the price. So I got this for £150 at the time of recording, which was over 50% off. However, I always see it on sale, so it might be selling surplus stock, I don't know, might go up and down, you just have to look at it. Alongside this, it was really easy to set up if you're using Windows. That is something I need to clarify. You just need to install the drivers, plug in a tablet, and it starts to work perfectly. However, if you're using Mac, and more specifically Catalina, then you're out of luck, as they've not made a driver to support this version of Mac OS. However, if you're using the one before it, which is Mojave or something like that, you should be fine. The drawing experience on this is really nice. So even though this stylus is battery free, it is quite light, but it's still very comfortable to hold in comparison to my old tablet. And the best thing compared to other screen display tablets, it doesn't require external power supply. So it only requires two cables, the USB, which is used to power the tablet, as well as input the keystrokes, the pen strokes, as well as a HDMI cable, which means you can take it out and about and not have to worry about plugging it into anywhere, as long as your laptop has charge, which makes it super portable. So with all positives there are negatives, but I believe the positives in this situation outweigh the negatives massively. So the first thing that I mentioned is that there's no stand included, but I was more shocked to find out that there was no legs or anything to prop it up. So this means you had to stare at it face down unless you had a stand of your own. And so for me personally, I know I can't look at a tablet face down for long periods of time, so I invested in a £20 stand from Amazon. And one thing that is another problem for some people depending is the lack of support for the newest macOS system, Catalina, as I mentioned. So there's a way around it. You can downgrade your OS system, but most people don't want to go out of the way to do that. So if you're using macOS, this is something you have to look out for. If you're using Windows, you are perfectly fine. And so as I also said, the screen is only 1280 by 800, which is HD technically, but when you're digitally drawing, you might want a higher resolution, depends on the person. This can be overcome though. You can just zoom in and out of the canvas because the pixel density is still there in the actual software. So there are ways around it. The display is only 10.1 inches in size, so you actually don't know a difference between this compared to other screen display tablets unless you're very, very used to using high-end displays. So for the average person, you won't notice a difference. The stylus, as I said, feels light because it's battery free, but it doesn't support tilt. So that's why it's very light. It doesn't have any tilt support, it doesn't have any fancy functions like Wacom tablets. So if you used this before, it might be a deal breaker for you, but personally for me, I've never really used tilt support, so I didn't find it a deal breaker. And finally, as I mentioned, is the support for finger gestures on the screen, so using your finger as an input. You cannot do that, it does not support it. But most people don't use the tablet to navigate Windows, Chrome using the finger. They only use it for drawing in applications like Photoshop, Paint Tool Site, etc. So as long as you don't need that functionality, you should be perfectly fine. So my overall thoughts on this tablet. For the price, this is an amazing tablet and definitely a recommendation to anyone who wants to explore the world of using screen display tablets. I personally didn't think I'd get much use out of this, as I've been using my iPad and Sidecar on my Mac to use Photoshop on my tablet as a screen display. And yes, my iPad does have better quality display and is smoother in some aspects. It felt more natural to draw on the Parblo and felt more professional, especially when inking in Photoshop. Does this mean I'm going to stop using my iPad and iMac and switch back to my laptop and this tablet? Heck no, but I'm glad to have this tool in my arsenal for creating digital art and found a great combination of the two. It allows me to do portable work, especially when I go back to university, to allow to use my laptop and a screen display tablet without having to carry so much around with me. And look at that, we're at the end of the video. Thank you so much if you've watched all the way through this. And so, yes, I'm going to close the video now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like these review types, please let me know, as I've got a new keyboard case for my iPad, which has changed how I work significantly. And if you want to know more about that, please let me know in comments down below. As well, if there's any other videos you want to see, please let me know in the comments, and just, if you've done this challenge as well, I would love to see your results, so put your Instagram handles, let's just get our names out there. So yes, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and click the bell icon so you don't miss my uploaded video. Give this video, as I said, a comment and a like, because the YouTube algorithm really likes it and pushes my content out to more of you guys. And don't forget to check my socials, link down below, my Instagram, Twitter, much more, as well as my Etsy shop, which is still running, as I said. Luckily, I'm fortunate enough that I can do it safely, so I can not in any risk you guys if you want to order from me. So yes, until next time guys, stay safe, be creative and have fun.